New energy breakthrough shocks American scientists. Electricity is a requirement in modern society. In some manner, electricity is required for everything in the contemporary world, even building from hospitals to schools, government buildings and institutions, as well as tools and even the production of unique cars needs the energy to operate. Welcome back everyone. In today's video we'll be sharing the new energy breakthrough that has shocked the American scientists. Electricity must be produced for the world to function correctly, for better innovations to materialise and ultimately for our world to become a better place. There are two methods for producing electricity, natural and artificial. One of them, the wind turbine, is what we'll be looking at learning about today. What functions do these wind farms perform? How do they function? What issues do they address in the modern world? Join us as we examine the groundbreaking technology that has assisted in addressing wind turbines' main problems. Powerful machinery called a wind turbine uses wind, an element of nature, to produce electricity. Kinetic and wind energy are converted into electrical energy by the wind turbine. This is accomplished by converting wind energy into electrical energy using turbines or other wind conversion technologies. It's moving circularly at the moment. The wind strikes the turbine blades, forcing them to revolve and turning the turbine attached to them. Rotating the shaft attached to the generator converts kinetic energy into another type of rotational energy, while simultaneously generating electrical power via electromagnetism. The wind turbine size significantly impacts the amount of electricity the wind can generate. This output is equal to the cube of the wind speed and the rotor's size when the blade length is considered. This indicates that when the wind speed doubles, the potential of the wind power likely increases by a factor of 8. These three things simultaneously create the wind, a kind of solar energy. They also include the Earth's rotation and the uneven heat of the atmosphere caused by the sun. These turbines run according to a straightforward rule as well. The turbine uses the wind's energy to make energy rather than electricity to generate current with their fan-like blades. The generator connected to the turbine rotates when the wind turns the turbine's propeller-shaped blades around the rotor, generating power. For more than a century, people have been using wind turbines. Engineers started investigating the method of harvesting wind energy and transforming the power into electricity after the electric generator was created in the 1830s. Although the UK and the US were the first to harness wind energy in 1887 and 1888 respectively. Modern wind energy is thought to have been developed first in Denmark, where horizon-axis wind turbines were first constructed in 1891. However, the 228-metre-long wind turbine's operation didn't begin until 1897. Wind farms typically consist of thousands of enormous turbines, if not more, installed and connected to a power transmission network. These wind turbine rows may generate more than 650 gigawatts of power, and an additional 60 gigawatts are installed yearly. And for as long as they continue to produce electricity, their use of wind turbines is recognised as a vital method for producing renewable energy and power. This unique technology has proven to be so helpful that many nations are now using it to reduce the cost of energy, which is constantly rising compared to burning fossil fuels. It demonstrates that energy is more dependable and has a little environmental effect. The fact that the wind is a renewable energy source and is constantly supplied by nature according to the times and seasons of the year is another reason why it's favoured around our world. As a result, there is no need to worry about the wind running out of energy or ceasing to blow. Compared to hydro, coal, gas, geothermal and even photovoltaic energy sources, further research and studies on wind energy indicates that of 2009, wind energy had the lowest relative greenhouse gas emissions and the minor water usage demands and the most favourable social benefits. Many nations, including Australia, have proudly adopted this innovative technology that has made wind turbines a significant portion of the nation's renewable energy portfolio. The wind energy business is many countries' fastest growing form of renewable energy. According to the Australian Geoscience Department, it is predicted to develop significantly between now and the year 2030. According to studies, power reduction from onshore wind grew by 140 terawatt hours, plus 11% in 2020. Additionally, the capacity addition surged by an unanticipated 108 gigawatts compared to the statistics from 2019, primarily due to a rush of commissions in China and the US, which account for 79% of the world's wind deployment power. With capacity increases of 6 gigawatts, offshore and wind growth also reached 25 terawatt hours, 29% up in 2020, matching the figures from the previous year. According to the stats, 12% more power from wind installations produced 1,592 kilowatt hours in 2020 than in 2019. The most important stages of progress are additional technological advancements in offshore wind, cost reductions, and the facilitation of onshore wind through permission. In 2020, the electricity produced by wind grew by 170 terawatt hours. This was comparable to the expansion in 2019, and the highest of all power generation technologies in 2020. The first renewable technology, not hydro, is still the wind, generating 1,592 kilowatt hours. Wind turbines can be installed on land or offshore in large bodies of water like lakes, rivers, and seas, producing as much energy as all other technologies combined. Most horizontal axis turbines have 3 blades which rotate at the top tower, so the blades point upwards and into the wind they are operating. George Darius, on the other hand, created vertical axis turbines. These turbines are produced in various styles, including the Darius model, which bears the name of its creator and is shaped like an egg beater. They can work without being directed into the wind. Additionally, wind turbines are utilised for less significant tasks, including powering traffic warning signs and boat and camper battery charging. Even though horizontal and vertical axis turbines are the most prevalent, the recently discovered breakthrough technology is expected to transform all that hydro wind energy has created. When energy is needed, the accumulated weight is released, which powers the generator. And what's not the only thing that makes it distinct? The turbine can raise the weight quicker or slower depending on the wind's highs and lows because it doesn't have any attachments for delicate electronics or generators. Additionally, several of the places lack sufficient wind to be economically viable. Wind turbines are frequently constructed in remote locations such as vast farms and on open fields outside of cities and far from cities which they are intended to generate electricity. However, the problem can be remedied by completing a few of the transmission lines that have already been suggested, which will significantly lower the cost of boosting wind energy. Another difficulty it has is that the property appropriate for installing wind turbines must compete with other uses that could be more valuable and superior to the generation of energy turbines that might generate noise and pollution in the area around it. For instance, residents living close to the plant may hear noises from the turbine blades. This demonstrates that even natural energy production methods have drawbacks. Though, as the fields of engineering research and energy production are constantly changing, there will be other ways to enhance and perfect wind turbines. That's all for this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe. We'll be back soon with another informative one, so we'll see you soon.